One of what would seem like the easiest things in the world is to come up with a name for your business, but it's not. Hey everyone, I am Andrea Lyon, a longtime reporter. A lot of us find ourselves getting into side hustles. That over time has grown into more of a serial entrepreneur type thing. One of the hardest things, I think, especially for those who have ADHD. Look at me just blubbering through my intro because I get sidetracked really easy. One of what would seem like the easiest things in the world is to come up with a name for your business, but it's not. In fact, it's something I get stuck on every time, whether it's a podcast, a blog, a website, a YouTube channel. It's the hardest thing for me. In fact, I just came up with a podcast name the other day because I was just over it and I just called it No Name because I couldn't come up with a name, y'all. I came up with 5 simple things that you can follow to help all of you out there trying to start a business. Just come up with the first step, which is coming up with a name for that business. So let's jump right into it. And I do want to ask a favor right off of the top of this, because all of my content I'm bringing to you guys will be for free here on YouTube. So if you have any questions about starting a business, come back here because I'm going to be doing videos every single day about things I've learned along the way. So if you could just subscribe to my channel, you don't want to miss anything that I'm going to be releasing for free, including high-level marketing, PR, and other tips along the way, which you will need once you get your business up and running. All right, so number 1, when you're trying to come up with a name for your business, sometimes it can be a little daunting. You have to live with this name forever, which is a lie. You can change your name anytime you want. It's just a hassle to change everything else that goes along with it. So you do want to find something that you at least are semi-passionate about, so you're not changing it all the time, because then you're focusing on things that don't matter as much as just getting the job done and bringing in clients and money. The first thing I recommend, and I do this for a lot of different things, is just brainstorming, having a giant brain dump, whether it's on a piece of a paper, on a note on your phone. And I want you to just start by starting with any words you like, things you like, emotional importance. A couple, I didn't go with this name because eventually I just didn't like it anymore. But for example, my grandpa, who's really important to me, used to call me kumquat all the time, among many other things. So when I first started diving into social media marketing years ago, my first business name was Kumquat. Another thing, picking a name that just is really obvious. Maybe Planet Fitness. I work out there all the time. Planet Fitness, it's already got a word in it that is obvious. It's obvious to those who are looking for a gym that that's a place you could go work out. All right, number 2, this is a big one. Industry research. You really want to make sure that no one else in your industry has the same name or similar name to you, because this does happen a lot. It causes lawsuits, it causes customer confusion. So you want to stay away from any companies, especially in your niche or your industry, that have a similar name. Also, you want to find out if any names or things that you're leaning towards are already taken when it comes to social media handles or domain names. So for me, for example, I can't really name anything AndreaLyon.com. All of that has been taken because there's actually, if you haven't heard, there's a very well-known attorney Andrea Lyon, who has covered some major criminal cases. And so she already snagged up that name a long time ago. And so whenever people, especially in the legal field, see my name, that's who they think of. So I always try to go with something a little bit different, and you're going to want to do the same. All right, next one. This one may seem obvious, but try to keep it quick and simple. If you've ever watched, I forget the name of the movie, but it was about Facebook starting when they were in Harvard, I think. Still, I have an awful memory, so I apologize. But you want to keep it simple, because I think they had named Facebook the Facebook, and the guy came in the room and he's like, just keep it simple. Just make it Facebook, because that way it just rolls off of people's tongues. So think about, high performing businesses, these conglomerates in the world, Apple, Microsoft, Google. These are all companies that have, a simple, quick name. People know it. It's different, and it's just something that's going to stick in their brain because it's easy to remember. All right, the other one was some alliteration. So as a reporter, as a writer, as a creator, alliteration can be fun. So anything you want to think of, maybe like wedding wire, muscle milk, what's another one? Chuck E. Cheese. They kind of just have that fun alliteration with the same letters that start off the top. And those are always fun and actually are easier to remember for people as well. But again, think of something, make sure nobody else has that. Obviously, you don't want to start a computer company or a cybersecurity business named Apple Pear, right? Because that's not very creative, but also it's going to be very confusing for those who go to Google Apple and then all of a sudden Apple Pear comes up, and that sounds spammy, right? All right, so this kind of leads into my next recommendation, which is thinking of your name when it comes to search engine optimization. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is SEO, search engine optimization. This means anything people are searching for. A lot of times companies have or they really should have their websites, their content completely optimized so that people who are searching for their products, their services online can actually find them easier, and it will pop up on Google quicker and at a higher ranking. And so this is a little bit more advanced, something that you should be starting to think about a little sooner rather than later, though, because then everything that you're doing with your business can be optimized. And it sounds a little bit more daunting than it actually is. And later on, I will come out with content that is really easy to consume to explain this all. And if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments below, because I will share that with you when that comes out. But how do you do this? How do you optimize? How do you know what people are searching for? Well, besides a lot of software and websites that I will post below in the description, like Uber Suggest, ask.com, there are kind of like a lot of things that you can figure it out, but the easiest way to do is just start typing in the Google bar, like I did this before this video, how to name a business. And actually you'll find that as you are typing that, things will auto-populate, and those are actually things people are searching for the most. So you want to be able to really narrow that down when it comes to your industry and start answering those questions within your content, within your services, within your website, but especially if you can within your name or tagline. Possible name could be in that question. For example, like get slim quick or something like that. That's not even a real name, but that is something people may be Googling. And so maybe your name is actually part of that question or part of that answer. And you could pop up again on Google quicker because that's exactly what people are looking for. Also, you want to keep in mind, especially if you're a business who is just servicing an area or a state, think really hard about if you want to include the state, city, town, or county that you will be servicing, because a lot of times people will search XYZ near me, or maybe they won't, but their computer is already, connected with where they are. And if they search for something like dog kennels in my area, or even just dog kennels, your service might come up first, because you might be Minneapolis Dog Kennels or something like that. And so you're already answering a question that they maybe didn't even ask, but their computer has pinned their location. And so your business may come up first. So the last one, kind of circling back, don't spend too much time on this like me, because I will spend a week, 2 weeks, a month, and then I kind of just get frustrated and call my business or my podcast no name, and that's not the point of it. So just focus on, getting a name that you are 75% sure you want to stick with. Just get it going and get on to what's more important. So if you have any questions, please post them below. I will definitely get to answering those questions. Also, if you come up with a name based on what I've said here, please share it with me. I would be so excited to learn if this video helped you. And if it did help you, and you think it could help other people, please subscribe to my channel and let me know below if it helped you at all, or if you have other ideas you would like me to cover as well, because I'm here to help everyone start their own entrepreneur journey just like I have.